two variables x and y show direct variation when y equals kx and k does not equal 0. The non-zero constant k is called the constant of variation. There's two phrases you should look for. The first phrase is y varies directly with x. If you see the phrase y varies directly with x, or if you see the phrase the variables x and y vary directly, that means you have this direct variation relationship, y equals kx. K is called the constant of variation. Basically, k is the slope. K is the rate of change. So I'm going to use a lot of colors to describe this, but what I want you to remember is direct variation is actually very, very easy. Okay. The variable x and y vary directly. It says write an equation relating x and y using your unknown k. So it says the variable x and y vary directly. That means y equals kx. Then it says y equals 12 when x equals 4. This is one particular pairing of x and y's that's going to work in this equation. So I'm going to plug 12 in place of my y and 4 in place of my x. It says solve that equation and find the value of k. So we divide both sides by 4 to find out that our k value equals 3. Write a direct variation equation. Rewrite your equation of variation using x, y, and your now known constant. That would be this k equals 3. So we rewrite y equals 3x. Next, it says then find y when x equals 5. Find y when x equals 5. So y equals, we're using this equation, 3x, so 3 times 5, so y equals 15. When x is 5, y is 15. So your assignments will likely say, write a direct variation equation, then find y when x equals 5. So it'll give you this information. The variable x and y vary directly. This is basically this is how the problem will be written. The variable x and y vary directly. Remember, that tells you that you can write this equation, y equals kx, and y equals 12 when x equals 4. That allows you to plug those values in to figure out k. Write a direct variation equation. Write your equation y equals kx, but use what you've figured out k is going to be. Then find y when x equals 5, plug 5 into your equation to get your final answer. So let's do that again, and I'm going to use colors again. The variables x and y vary directly. That tells me y equals kx. Y equals 15 when x equals 3. 15 equals k times 3. Notice this says write the equation of variation, figure out k, and then rewrite it. So we divide by 3 to figure out that k is 5, and now we rewrite that equation. Y equals 5x. This is the part that a lot of people forget to do. A lot of people figure out that k equals 5 and they think, whew, k equals 5, I'm done. But you really have to make sure that you write that direct variation equation using that k value that you found. Then find y when x equals 9. Use our equation y equals 5x, but plug that 9 in to find out that y equals 49. When x equals 9, y equals, not 49, 45. The other way that you might see direct variation is you'll see a table of values and it will say tell whether the data shown is direct variation. If it is direct variation, write an equation relating x and y. So what we need to think about is y equals kx, right? Let's solve this for k. We would divide both sides by x to get k equals y over x. So if I rewrite that around, k equals y over x. And if you think about slope, k is the slope. The y values divided by the x values, that's the rate of change. So what we're going to do is figure out if we do y divided by x, do we get the same number every time? If we get the same number every time, then k is a constant number. Yes, it's direct variation. If we don't get the same number every time, it's not direct variation. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Looking good so far. 38 divided by 9 is, I think, like 4.2 something. 50 divided by 12 is 4.16 repeated something. What do you notice? They aren't the same. So this is not direct variation. For this next table, you're going to need a calculator. We're going to again figure out what k is by doing y divided by x. So $2.40 divided by 8 is 30 cents. $4.80 divided by 16 is 30 cents. And if you actually do this math, you're going to find out that it's 0.3 every time. So yes, this is direct variation. Then they want us to write an equation relating x and y. Well, by checking to see if there's a constant of variation, we figured out what our constant of variation was. So y equals 0.3x. Done.